Hutchins hanging on to fifth. We've got 5 more drivers set to go. This will line us up for feature action here later on tonight for the Bandolero Outlaws. Final group of cars going to roll onto the speedway. It's the number 36 machine of Rocky Wise. Rocky Wise in the 36. The number 9 of TJ Moon, a multi-time winner last year. Mandy Lee in the 41. There's our man Colt Johnson in the number 24. And Finn Buckley in the 16. Wise, the first car up to speed. Takes them down into turns 1 and 2. St. Matthews, South Carolina, believe he is the nephew of Josh Wise. Josh Wise of USAC fame, NASCAR fame, and now one of the foremost driver development coaches. And this is Rocky Wise on the back straightaway. There's TJ Moon. We talked about him. TJ Moon, a 2-time winner here in the Outlaw ranks last year in that number 9 car. He's back for more. TJ Moon in that number 9 machine. Going to be tougher than nails here this season. Mandy Lee from Fredericton, New Brunswick, Alberta, Canada. How about that? That's a long haul for a Monday night. Good to have Mandy Lee in that number 4 car. Colt Johnson out there in the number 24. Charlotte, North Carolina is what he calls home. The young man has been racing all over this area for years and years. Up to 4th fastest right now for Colt Johnson. Checkered flag going to be out for this group. Checkered flag going to be out for this group. Oh boy. Owen Zacharias going to hang on, get the quick time. Zacharias is the fastest. Hunter Morgan 2nd. Bryson Nichols 3rd. TJ Moon 4th. Colt Johnson 5th. Jeffrey Beck, Riley Hutchins, Finn Buckley, Carson Cobble, and Chase Spalding, your top 10. Now it's getting serious. So the Outlaws getting ready to go for their feature contest here tonight at America's Home for Racing. What a star-studded field this one is as well. Colt Johnson, that kid's been racing, I think, since he's 4 years old. I think he started racing those little electric cart cars that you used to get at Christmas time. He started racing those, been running quarter midgets, ran a little bit out of Millbridge. He's really settled into this Bandolero thing. And this seems to be where he's found his home right now. His dad, Sean, one of the greatest guys on the...
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZzzQuil. Better days start with ZzzQuil nights.
Planet, and good to have Colt Johnson here with us, and he'll start on the pole position. Colt picked up 2 wins last year. He won opening night and round number 2. Colt Johnson in the Bandits division. So here he is, reached the 12-year-old age, and he is now here in the Bandolero Outlaws. Again, tomorrow night, Media Mayhem School Bus Slobber Knocker night here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So make sure you come back out and join us. You and all of your friends join us here as the pace car rolls. And the field gets set to go here for this 20-lap feature for the Bandolero Outlaws. Oh, we got one of our racers down here signing autographs right behind the flag stand. Good to see one of our young racers. So we got a race car driver in the stands, and we've got the Bandolero Outlaws. Colt Johnson, TJ Moon in row number 1, Bryson Nichols and Hunter Morgan in row number 2, Owen Zacharias, Jeffrey Beck, Riley Hutchins, Finn Buckley, Carson Cobble, Chase Spalding in row number 5, Ellie Gossett and Cole Gudnestad, row number 6, row number 7 inside, Joshua Shine, Mandy Lee in the number 41, and Rocky Wise in the number 36. This is a 20-lap feature for the Bandolero Outlaws. Drivers 12 and older, here we go. Pace vehicle. Going to get out of harm's way. Colt Johnson, a two-time winner last year in the Bandits. TJ Moon, a two-time winner here in the Outlaws last year. And here we go. Green lights are on. The Bandolero Outlaws are racing down into turns 1 and 2. Oh, TJ Moon, that's not what you're looking for. Got way up the racetrack, went for a yellow flag. Yeah, it looked like a little bit. They needed to be more side by side at the start-finish line, so the restart line, that orange line down there in turn number 4. Track caution lights have been extinguished. Colt Johnson and TJ Moon on the front side. Bryson Nichols and Hunter Morgan, row number 2. Keep an eye on that number 35. Fourth generation racer, Owen Zacharias. His dad, Steve, his grandfather, Bill, and gentleman Jim, 90-some years old, up in the Vestal, New York area. Off turn number 4, green lights are on, and we're racing down into turns 1 and 2. Colt Johnson gets the upper hand. Bryson Nichols right there, and here comes Zacharias and TJ Moon side by side.
Door handle again to turn number 3 of the Outlaws. Doing what they do best, putting on one heck of a show here at the Cookout Summer Shootout. And lap number 1, Colt Johnson, no surprise, fresh off a big win at Nashville just last weekend, trying to come here on this quarter mile and lay his claim to a trophy here in round number 1. But something tells me Owen Zacharias will say no, not so fast as they work their way off turn 4.
Owen Zacharias awful quick in that 35, the AK Racing number 35 car, as he looks to the low side. Owen Zacharias takes that top spot now, as TJ Moon trying to follow him through on the inside of Colt Johnson. Moon gets a good run up to the second spot. Also have Hunter Morgan out there looking for racing room down on the inside now, as Colt Johnson trying to fend off the wolves, if you will, and now gets stuck back down into line.
Single file for the majority of the field for that part as they work their way down the backstretch here in the early going now. As soon as we say that, fight for 4th beginning to pop up. Hunter Morgan, Jeffrey Beck trying to swap positions, and there comes Bryson Nichols. And just ahead of them, here comes Colt Johnson. He'll retake the second spot now away from TJ Moon as they'll continue to fight it out. Down the backstretch one more time. Owen Zacharias is loving every bit of this. He looks in the mirror to see.
Yeah, Owen Zacharias is setting the pace and starting to open up a bit of an advantage. It was .57. He opened it up to a full second advantage now. Zacharias has 7 wins on the season, 5 over at Florence Motor Speedway. He ran the Nashville Spring Series, picked up a couple of wins there back in the month of April, and here he is at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway, setting the pace. The battle for the second spot, and this battle for 4th on back. Ay, ay, ay. Bryson Nichols, that lone car in 4th spot, and it is a gaggle of cars behind him.
It certainly is, and it's really a traffic jam for that matter. You can't find your way around anybody when they're side by side in front of you. It's Jeffrey Beck, Hunter Morgan, Finn Buckley, all in the middle of that. Buckley, the gray and blue car on the inside, trying to make something happen. He's able to pick off a spot there and getting into turn number 1. And for the moment, things calm down. Well, maybe not. Let's try that again. Here we go one more time into turn 3, side by side.
Yes, indeed. Buckley has the battle from Jeffrey Beck down on the low side. Beck gets a run. Now Buckley able to hang on to that spot. They single file out and catch the breath just a little bit. And that is 4th on back right there. 4th spot is Bryson Nichols, or 5th spot, 5th on back as they run. There's your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. There's a 3-car challenge. Here off from turn number 4, it's the battle for position number 5 again, as the number 16 of Finn Buckley is all over the back bumper of Hunter Morgan.
Buckley now able to pull out a line, and that pair is starting to put a little bit of distance on Jeffrey Beck. Gives Buckley a little bit of comfort trying to make this maneuver, and he'll complete it off of turn number 4. Well, just about. Should to turn number 1. So that'll move Finn Buckley up to the 5th spot, and now he has got a long way to go to try to catch Bryson Nichols, Colt Johnson, and the rest of those at the front of the field.
Yeah, we just reached the halfway point the last lap, so here we go into the second half of this one. Owen Zacharias able to hang on to that spot. Now TJ Moon has now secured that second spot, and he is trying to reel in Zacharias, I don't think he's having much luck with that. Colt Johnson runs in the third spot. Bryson Nichols runs in fourth, and Finn Buckley in fifth. Things have settled down now as the field races around the Speedway. Probably the best battle on the racetrack right now with the third spot is there's Colt Johnson and Bryson Nichols keeping a keen eye off from turn number 2.
They are keeping a very keen eye on what's going on there, and as soon as they sort out, well, this thing decides to pick itself right back up, and we pick up right where we left off. The 2-5s continue to go at it. Hunter Morgan, Jeffrey Beck. There's Riley Hutchins in the black and pink car, the 37 of Carson Cauble. Man, this group just will not give up. They continue to try to fight it out, and that's what it's all about. Every single spot, every single point matters. It's only round number 1, but when you come down to week 10, the pass you made tonight might make the difference between a championship and not.
Yes, indeed. Ellie Gossett, that 77 car. Cole Gudmestad, the third is in the 51. Chase Spalding in that orange, number 39 back there, running 4th position. Really doing a nice job there. Hunter Morgan had a good run early, but something amiss on that car as he's fallen back through the field. As we wind down now, last time by, Owen Zacharias saw 2 things. He saw the signal 5 laps to go, and he sees objects in the mirror getting larger. TJ Moon has cut it down to 7/10 of a second. We'll see what it is this time. It is 5/10 of a second. TJ Moon is closing in on Owen Zacharias.
He is closing in. The question is, will he have enough time? If you do the math, he might get there in the white or the checkered flag. Zacharias has got to hit every single mark as he works his way off turn 4. This time now, 17 laps on the board. The two of them nearly identical on lap time. You keep doing that if you're Owen Zacharias, this race is yours. If you slip up, well, you're going to have your hands full with TJ Moon as they work their way into turns 3 and 4. Popsicle sticks in the air this time.
TJ Moon is the national points leader. Owen Zacharias is second in the national points, and here they are. It was a second. It was 7/10. It was 5/10. It's less than 4/10 now. TJ Moon is putting the press on into turn number 3. Zacharias has it. Here they come. White flag is out. One more trip around the quarter mile.
TJ Moon gets into turn number 3 like nobody's business. That is his strongest part of the racetrack. Zacharias gets a good exit off turn 2. That may help him. Final trip into turns 3 and 4, and off the final turn, Moon cannot get there. Owen Zacharias going to win round number 1 of the Cookout Summer Shootout. Holy cow, what a job of the Bojangles Outlaws for Owen Zacharias. He'll go to victory lane and chat with Lenny Batycki.